Good morning, all. Thursday and a big news day today. A lot's been happening in the last 24 hours. It was the Developer Awards in Brighton last night, and VG247's news team has been powering up plenty of exclusives over the last day or so. So here they are. David Jaffe has told VG247 why he got into a fight about claiming it was irresponsible and damaging for so many people to say that Battlefield 3 was E3's game of the show. Based on graphics alone. He got into a bit of a scrap about this last night with the internet. And he's given Brenner a great big comment on why he believes that games shouldn't just be about graphics. And you can read that up on the site now while you drink your coffee. A very good read. The Develop Awards in Brighton last night gave lots of nods to indie developers. Mojang did very well with Best New Studio, Best Micro Studio, and more. And Namco won an award for Enslaved, Best New IP, which they're incredibly pleased about. In more Enslaved news, Namco's Lee Curtin told Johnny Cullen yesterday that they're looking for new ways to explore Enslaved. He says this periodically, and it seems fairly clear that they're making another game. But they won't say so explicitly yet, but we shall wait and see. IDOS published an amazing live short for Deus Ex this morning. You can watch that on the site in HD now. And Johnny Cullen managed to get an exclusive on the fact that the PS3 and PC versions of Limbo both have exclusive content, exclusive secret content, and you can go and look at that now. Respawn's Ian McCaig said at Develop yesterday that the studio, which is this is the studio that was formed by Jason West and Vince Zampella after they quit Infinity Ward, or after they were fired from Infinity Ward. Respawn's first game isn't going to be out until 2015, so it seems clear that it's going to be a next-gen console game. It's quite a long way away, isn't it? Microsoft said yesterday that it's going to hold another play day event at Gamescom this year. This is where they just shove all of their games in a room and everyone looks at them for a few hours and sits around and drinks Coke. We'll be there, obviously. Me and Johnny are going. Johnny and I are going, and we'll post stuff from that. Capcom announced, as expected, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 yesterday. Comic-Con. There's been quite a lot of pushback on that. People saying they're milking it. All of the new characters have been revealed and so forth. And yeah, go and take a look. And also Activision, as expected, has announced GoldenEye 007 Reloaded for PS3 and 360. It's an HD remix of the Wii reboot. And there are some first shots and details of that available on the site now. Ubisoft announced their first quarter financials yesterday. Sales were down over 30%, as reported by Miss Nunnally. And Yves Guillemot said that the publisher's top brands are going to be on tablets within the next few years. This is including things like Assassin's Creed. Not really a massive shock there. Prototype 2 will launch on April the 24th in the US. Next year. There's been no date for Europe as yet. The full roster for QuakeCon 2011 has been announced. That's happening on August 4th, and we'll be there for that. Grasshopper's next game is Lollipop Chainsaw, and this is apparently to do with violent women with pigtails, from what I can see. Rare Scott Henson said at Develop yesterday that we are moving towards holodeck-like experiences, and that Connect is the first step in providing that for games. Let's hope so. Angry Birds creator Rovio said that it plans to be the biggest entertainment brand in the world in 2 years' time. I love the smell of hubris in the morning. Warner Brothers Games General Manager and Vice President Laura Fry has criticised the practice of hiring, burning out, then firing development staff. This is basically considered a normal practice amongst much of the development community, and it's probably about time that somebody of Laura's stature said something against it. She said it was unsustainable. The BBC said yesterday at Develop that it's going to start publishing indie games as early as next month. This is Facebook stuff, but it is also XBLA and PSN. and PC stuff as well. So apparently some unnamed studios are on board. They didn't say who was involved, but that's an interesting turn. So keep an eye on that. Cloud service Gaikai has netted another 30 million in funding. That's heading inexorably towards world domination, we hope. And Kuju's Ian Baverstock told Develop yesterday that Nintendo's GDC keynote, in which Satoru Iwata sort of pushed back against a mobile and social game, saying that they were undermining the value of his software, was a shocking indictment of how obsessed Nintendo is with resale. And we've already spoken how we feel publicly about that. And finally, the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection for PS3 is going to come with some extra content, not game content from the sound of it. There's going to be some video content of The Last Guardian, and there's going to be a couple of dynamic themes for you there, one for each game. That is it for today. It's Friday tomorrow. Again, there's going to be no video tomorrow, unfortunately, because I have another meeting. Meetings. It is tough at the top. You have an absolutely phenomenal day, and we will see you tomorrow.